In this video, we were going to talk about antimicrobial flooring and how it impedes the growth of bacteria.
Is that why we have all this silly rubber here?
I think this is important because we've just recently reviewed what health departments look for in a sanitary floor.
So it's actually important what the government cares about. They actually care about something important. That's kind of surprising. I think we can all agree that it's important to the general health and the public that we have clean, healthy floors. We have something like this and people aren't eating off of kitchens that are like that.
So the government does care about things that are important issues? Just kidding. So to be honest, there's some big words used to describe Everlast floor. Basically, it's an integral EPA-registered antimicrobial component that impedes the growth of microorganisms. So now that I've gone over these big words, just tell me what that means to the average person.
Basically what it is the Everlast floor with the EPA-registered antimicrobial component does is it impedes the growth of bacteria, which is important, again, in kitchens, commercial kitchens, bathrooms, vet clinics, that type of thing.
So it stops like bacteria, fungi, yeast?
All of the above.
Okay.
You know, a lot of floors have some component of antimicrobial in it, such as this Neverlast rubber floor. We call it Neverlast because, as you can see, I mean, even we couldn't get this rubber to stick down to the substrate, and same kind of problem that people have when they install it out in the field. It just wants to peel up. But they'll have an antimicrobial on the surface, but it's not all the way through the floor. Whereas ours, it's all the way through the whole system.
Some floors, like the rubber and the tile then, are examples of natural breeding grounds where bacteria and things like this...
Oh, don't touch that. That's E. coli. That's actually harmful to humans. You probably should go wash your hands.
All right, I'll go wash my hands.
Yeah, because E. coli is harmful to humans, and a lot of this bacteria is harmful to humans. So we really should be geared up if we're gonna make our demonstration. We want to be safe. Over at Everlast Epoxy, safety's a big deal.
Nope, that job, it's nasty.
Yeah, that's on the Everlast floor. That's okay. Everlast floors is clean. If you can drop, I'll eat food off of the kitchen floor there because, well, actually the cleaner that we recommend to our customers to use is also used for post-wash for apples. So they clean the floor with a safe cleaner. So like this tile floor, stuff is like can grow inside where the grout gets washed out. Man, I don't know what happened to that guy. And there's rubber. A lot of times stuff gets inside. I just won't touch it. It'll be easier for me to explain, but stuff gets inside. The water from the kitchen floor gets all over this rubber. It gets underneath there. People can step on it. When you step on it, the stuff squirts out. When it squirts out, it can be kind of like a ketchup packet where it goes far. It can get up onto the counters, onto the food.
100% of our customers that have had the sheet good floors, the seamless industrial sheet good floors, have had this type of issue where you have water underneath it, it's failing, it's really nasty. Usually when they go, and they go real badly. There's a lot of bacteria and smells associated with it.
This one here, this is like a quartz. It's pretty much what most companies have, your standard quartz, color quartz epoxy. But it's so dry in here, dry meaning there's not that much resin. So it's just like sand, and then on top they put like a glaze. Well, if you look inside these cracks, you'll see there's all kinds of room. Like you puncture this and there's room for like bacteria and all kinds of stuff to hide. Whereas with Everlast floor, the resin goes all the way down through. It's one trowel down system. Then we got over here, I guess I still have my gloves on so I can, but like, you know, stuff, it grows up inside. This one's germs and viruses and bacteria just keep all up underneath that rubber. And whenever you step on it, it could squirt out, and it's just, the seams are just heat welded together. And so you have some fallen cutlery, anything will deteriorate that seam, and then the rubber opens up and now you've got problems.
Going back to this rubber floor here, a couple more things that we run into as far as failures on the rubber floors. While they seem seamless, they have a heat welded seam. And inevitably you're going to get some shrinkage of the industrial sheet good floor, so it'll split at the seam almost all the time. And then you get you get all kinds of nasty stuff all the way through there.
So like on this, we had to actually taped it down because we couldn't get it to stick, much like installers of sheet rubber have that problem a lot, to get it to actually adhere to the floor, because rubber just always wants to bend up.
Wow, guys, it took me a minute to get my hands clean, but I did overhear some of this. I think we should not talk about the stinky floors anymore. Let's talk about Everlast.
Good call.
So the Everlast floor, it's got the antimicrobial that's all the way through, so it fights against these other things such as E. coli. Plus it's easy to clean, it's seamless, so it's just ideal for something like a restaurant kitchen. And matter of fact, the candy that actually on it tasted good too.
As far as seamless goes and how much different it is than these type of floors, and we have to explain this all the time because people are definitely going to want to know. If they want to change from something like this right here, traditional tile, and then what is thought to be a seamless rubber floor, we certainly have to explain a lot of the differences as to why. This is a truly seamless floor. The rubber floor is certainly not. The tile floor has got grout joints, it's got thin set. We run into many of our customers that are trying to get out of these two right over here. And this is different enough to where they'll call us, and a lot of times when they choose us years later, when we check on them, they're still happy, very happy with their floor.
So if you've got either one of these nasty floors that don't have cute bacteria like this, you've got the nasty bacteria, you need to switch to Everlast flooring. Simple as that, right guys?
Agreed, absolutely.
Do away with the Neverlast and go with Everlast.
Hey, if you like this video and you want to learn more, feel free to give us a call or visit our website.